Tyrone Bowman Live. I found an article written in The Guardian, the U.S. News section. The article was written by Joseph Gideon and Robert Trait. I guess they're Washington correspondents. The headline reads, Trump administration to cut all U.S. aid overseas roles in dramatic restructuring. Let's find out exactly what all this is about. So the only overseas U.S. aid that was being sent, that would be to Africa. There's no other structuring plan in place for anyone except that region. So according to The Guardian, the Trump administration will eliminate all U.S. aid, or the United States Agency for International Development, overseas positions worldwide by 30th of September in a dramatic restructuring of remaining U.S. foreign aid operations. In a Tuesday State Department cable obtained by The Guardian, Secretary of State Marco Rubio ordered the abolishment of the agency's entire international workforce, transferring control of foreign assistance programs directly to the State Department. The directive affects hundreds of U.S. aid staff globally, including Foreign Service officers, contractors, and locally employed personnel across more than 100 countries. Chiefs of mission at U.S. embassies have been told to prepare for the sweeping changes to occur within 4 months. Quote, the Department of State is streamlining procedures under National Security Decision Directive 38 to abolish all U.S. aid overseas positions, end quote, the cable reads, adding that the department will assume responsibility for foreign assistance programming previously undertaken by USAID from 15th of June. The department did not respond to a request for comment. Among those who cleared the cable was Howard Van Varken, a former ambassador to Botswana. The decision to close the agency comes after the Trump administration, under the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, or DOG, eliminated 83% of USAID programs in a 6-week purge after Donald Trump took office. Rubio announced in March that 5,200 of the agency's 6,200 programs worldwide had been terminated, with the surviving initiatives being absorbed into the State Department. The closures followed an executive order from Trump on his first day back at the White House on the 20th of January, freezing foreign assistance pending a review. While a waiver was subsequently announced for humanitarian assistance, questions were raised about USAID's future after its website disappeared on the 1st of February. 2 days later, staff received an email telling them not to come to work, following a weekend during which its servers were removed, and leadership and senior staff fired or put on disciplinary leave. So this is permanent. And the only people who are adversely affected in that region, it's on the continent. Africa is a nation, and probably the 100 countries within Africa as well. So a lot of this that I'm reading, this propaganda, they're trying to spin it to make it sound like the State Department is going to assume control. And that's why I don't have any sympathy for Elon Musk. I don't have an ounce of sympathy for him because of all the dastardous things that he did, the evil, rotten things, despicable things that he did. The so-called feud, it's nothing more than a smokescreen. It's a facade. It's a gimmick. These billionaires behind closed doors are still friends. Midterm elections are coming up. So they have to make it look like they're angry with each other. And while people are focusing on that, he'll be taking his money and funding it into the campaign coffers of selective Republican candidates. Whether you believe it or not, this is a game. And it's being played out on the greatest theatrical stage of them all. Rubio declared himself that agency's acting administrator after staff were locked out of its Washington headquarters. Amid the cuts, Elon Musk, the billionaire tech entrepreneur and then de facto leader of Doge, gleefully boasted of feeding USAID, quote, into the woodchopper, end quote, while disseminating false claims about its programs, including one assertion that the agency carried out a $50 million project to provide condoms in Gaza, a claim that was subsequently proved to be untrue. These people just make it up. They make it up as they go along, totally unsubstantiated. According to internal documents, senior officials at the agency warned Rubio of the devastating impact that would be caused by the cuts, including 1 million children untreated for malnutrition, up to 160,000 deaths from malaria, and 200,000 more children paralyzed from polio over the next decade if they were implemented. Remaining officials at the agency were ordered to destroy classified documents using shredders and burn bags in March in an email from USAID's acting Secretary Erica Y. Carr. Have you ever wondered why politicians suffer when they get older? They're plagued with all kinds of stuff. It's because of the stuff they do. I'm going to leave it right there for now. Tyrone Bowman, never surrender, never quit.